Hello everyone. This is Real Talk with RJ. You're probably wondering why I'm wearing these glasses. And it is to portray, unfortunately, what the Republican Party has as their focus. And no, I'm not talking about money for we the people, like more money in our pockets, taking less taxes from us. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about money and power for themselves. And there is one candidate currently in the running for the Republican nominee for President of the United States that embodies quite perfectly the lust for power and money, and that is this guy, Donald Trump. Now, yes, I cut my hair. Okay, let's just get that out of the way. Donald Trump, I find him very interesting. I find this whole thing really interesting. Like, I'm not quite sure that I fully understand what the excitement is about him, or what, I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, yeah, he's kind of a business guy. He's more of a real estate, I'll take your property whether you like it or not kind of guy. He's had a bunch of businesses that have failed miserably, so I'm not quite sure that he's like a super successful kind of a businessman. So that part I'm not 100% convinced about. And he's said a lot of things that just, okay, what does that mean? I'm gonna make America great again. Here's the $1 million question, Donald. How? How are you gonna make America great again? What are you gonna do? And when people ask him that, like when he's at the debates or reporters or people at town halls, citizens, normal everyday citizens like myself at town halls who ask him that question, like, what are you going to do? How are you going to do it? He doesn't have a real clear-cut, legitimate answer or plan or list, action steps or whatever that he's going to do to make America great again. If you want my vote, Donald Trump, you'd explain yourself and then let me determine if I think your explanation is good enough and whether I'm going to vote for you or not. Because as it stands right now, I can't vote for you. I don't know what you stand for. I don't know what your plan is. I don't know what your policies are. I don't know what you're going to do. And what I do know of you from the past is you've supported so many radical left-wing policies that I don't trust you. When 2 seconds ago you changed your mind about abortion and your whole life you thought abortion was okay, or 6 months ago you changed your mind on immigration when you've been employing illegal immigrants for years. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It seems like he says what he thinks people in the Republican Party want to hear so that he can get elected. Why? Because he's hungry for this, okay, for money and power. That's what the guy wants. That's what his whole business, if you want to call it that, venture has been about for years. Money, and power. Now, there's nothing wrong with being a business person and making money. I don't have any problem with that. I am totally for the free market system, for free enterprise, for capitalism, not crony capitalism, which this dude supports, okay? Where the government is in bed with the big businesses and the banks and they're in cahoots together. No. I'm for regular capitalism, where the little guy who wants to get a small business owner, who wants to start up a small business in his community and employ 5 to 10 people and make a difference and be able to hire people and to build their business, like that I'm okay with. That I support 1,000%. I don't support what Trump, even though he thinks his business is huge, him and Bernie Sanders say huge without an H. Huge. Anyway, kind of weird. But he just wants to build by taking from others or by cutting deals with people in the government. That is crony capitalism. That's not true free enterprise capitalism as it was intended to be. So I just have a problem with him in general because of those issues. Now a word from our sponsors. No, I don't have any sponsors, but there are some products I want to show you about, and if the owners or business people from these products want to sponsor me, I'd be happy about that. But I'm actually doing this of my own accord. These are products that I like and that I support, and I believe they carry values that I believe in, so I don't have any problem telling you about them. The first one is Super Beets. This is a concentrated beet powder. This one in particular is the black cherry flavor, so it doesn't taste like that earthy beet taste. It almost tastes like a Kool-Aid. And you take just a glass of water and you fill it up, or a glass, and fill it up about halfway with water. And here's your little scoop. You scoop it out, dump it in, stir it up, and you drink it. And what this does is, it is a circulation superfood. Beets are great for your circulation. It's great for your heart. And I've been recently, this is also something I'm going to talk about in upcoming videos, that I was recently diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, and in 3 months I lowered my A1C percentage from 7.8 to 5.8. 5.8 is the non-diabetic range. So I'm super thankful. I mean, yes, it's been through diet and things like that, and really watching what I eat, which I'm going to also talk about. But I drink 1 glass of this every day, because this also not only helps your heart and your circulation, but it actually helps to reduce blood pressure, and it helps to normalize or regulate the sugars, the glucose levels in your blood. So, perfect, right? And then the other thing that I like, so go get them. It's Super Beets, SuperBeets.com, and they have some kind of special going on where I think it's like buy 2 get 1 free. They're a little pricey, but it's because it's all organic and it's completely natural and there's no additives in it or anything, so it's really great for you. And then the other one that I want to support is, or tell you about, is My Patriot Supply. They make prepackaged food that you can store. This has a shelf life of like 25 years, I think. And everything is made from all natural, organic products. And they cook it and they package it. This is the Maple Grove oatmeal, which is fantastic, by the way. I can smell it. It smells like cinnamon and maple. It's so good. And it's good for you. Like I said, it's all natural. And this is good, like, hey, what if your power goes out? Or, what if something happens? A bad storm comes and all your power's out and, you can't get to the grocery store or something. Or God forbid something worse happens. The collapse of our monetary system, which could be very possible. Buy this stuff. They got a special going on now where I think it's 2 weeks worth of food for $50. And then sometimes they have other specials that they do, where they give you like 2 months worth of food for the price of 1 month. So they got a lot of good things going on. So that's MyPatriotSupply.com, MyPatriotSupply.com, and go there and check it out and see what they got. But this is like, I think I have 3 months worth of it, and I tried a couple of the items just to see if I would like it, because if I didn't like it, I was going to send it back. But I did, I liked it. I tried the oatmeal, and I think I tried the mac and cheese, But they have a bunch of different stuff. They got pudding, they got oatmeal, they got mac and cheese, they got all kinds of soups and stews and everything. You just pour it out, add water, and boil it. Easy. Anybody can do it. It's got all the stuff in there. It's ready to go. So those are 2 products I wanted to tell you about. So again, back to this whole Republican thing. It's just frustrating. I really think the Republican Party is over because they don't represent the values that these guys, Abe Lincoln, George Washington, they don't represent the values that we always had. I mean, the Republican Party, since Abe Lincoln, has been a party of freedom. I mean, our party, the Republican Party, was the one that wanted emancipation for the slaves during the time of the Civil War. And Abraham Lincoln was a Republican. He was the one who, the whole Emancipation Proclamation. And we've always been a party of limited government, power to the people, freedom, liberty, personal liberties and rights. That's always been what we've been about. And now it seems like all we're about is, the Benjamins, the money. And that's not true of the everyday average, American citizen who has registered as a Republican voter. That's not true of us. We're not about the big businesses in bed with the government and the crony capitalism and all the corruption and stuff that goes on. No, that's Washington, D.C. That's the career politicians. That's the Mitch McConnells and the John McCains and the people who have been there longer than I've been alive, and I'm 34. It's like, come on, it's time for you to go. It's time to get some fresh blood in there, get some people in there who actually believe in principles and values and who will stay there for just a few years so they don't get corrupted. And then, boom, let's bring some more people in. I'm all for term limits. I think we need to have term limits in the Congress and the Senate and the House of Representatives. We need term limits because these people are there for, like, the majority of their lives. It's like, no. You're not a Supreme Court justice where you're on it until you're dead. No. We need to vote you out, okay, or have term limits and bring in fresh blood. That's how you keep the power in the hands of the people, is you keep them there for a short amount of time so that way they don't go there and drink the Kool-Aid of Washington, D.C. and get corrupted. So that's kind of where I'm at with all of that. I personally, I'm hashtag never Trump. I can't vote for the man. I don't know who he is right here. I don't know what he stands for. I don't know what he believes. None of it. I couldn't tell you. Only thing I know about him for sure is that he stands for the almighty dollar and power hungry. Like, he wants the power. I'm going to come and bang bang, take it from you. Like, that's kind of how I see him. And that's scary to me because those are the makings of a dictator. And for the past almost 8 years of the Obama administration, that's pretty much what we've had. And we don't want it anymore. Okay? We want someone who's going to come in there and revolutionize the system and get us back to the principles that made us great. Limited government. Get the government out of our pockets. Quit taking all our money. Let's get a flat tax in here or a fair tax. Okay, let's abolish the IRS. Let's get rid of some of these huge government corporations and entities that we don't even need anymore. Like the EPA. What's the point? You can put that in the hands of the states. Let the states come up with their own individual state environmental kind of a thing and let them handle it for their state, not just one big entity handling it for the whole United States and getting power hungry and money hungry. No, it's ridiculous. So that's what I'm about. My next video is going to be about just my journey I've been on recently with diabetes and also PCOS and how I've been able to overcome a lot of the hurdles and how I did it in just 3 months, and how you, if you're struggling with something similar, diabetes, PCOS, or you just really want to see some weight loss. I've lost 61 pounds in 3 months and I'm still losing. Every week I lose weight. So that's also what I'm going to be talking about. But I kind of wanted to do an intro again with just this whole Republican thing and, Never Trump. I just can't do Trump. He's just, to me, he's like just a reality star who's like trying to get more money and power, and I just think he's a clown and a joke. I don't even think he knows the Constitution. I don't think he understands it. I don't think he understands the Bill of Rights. Like, he's just a clown. You're fired, Donald. You're fired. Go home, okay? And who am I for? Well, right now, my first choice is Ted Cruz, because he's been the only one in the Senate so far, the only politician I've ever known that I've watched very carefully, and everything that he promised on his campaign trail, he's followed through on. He has done every single thing that he said he was going to do. And he's done so where people have hated him. The media can't stand him. The Republicans that are the career politician Republicans and the career politician Democrats cannot stand him because he is principled and he's valued. I know what he stands for. I have no question about it. He stands for God, for faith, for liberty, for this country, for personal freedoms, for the Bill of Rights. I have no doubt. So he's my first choice. Now, if he doesn't get the nomination, and let's say Marco Rubio does, I could vote for him. He's not my first choice. I have some issues with his stance on immigration, but I could definitely cast a vote for him. But Trump or Kasich, no way. Never. You're fired. Okay? Could never do it. But I'm hoping and praying that people will start to wake up and really see who Donald Trump is and stay away from him and not vote for him. So I'm pro-Cruz. I'm one of the cruisers. But I could vote for Rubio if he got the nomination as well. But anyway, this has been Real Talk with RJ. I'm just keeping it real, telling you what I think about things. Leave your comments, leave your questions if you have any. I will screen them if you're just going to write nasty stuff. You know, if you want to ask me things about what I said or about policy or anything like that, like those types of comments or questions, I'm open to that. But if you're just going to come on here and say, you know, call me fat and ugly and degrade me as a person, please don't comment. You know, I'm all for the exchange of ideas and to have a discussion that's civilized and respectful. I'm cool with that. I welcome that kind of stuff. But if you're just going to be mean and just say things about whatever, the appearance, the poor quality of my video, stuff like that, if that's all you're going to say, you're entitled to that opinion. I just ask that you not put it on my comments, just because I don't like it. And if you do, I'll probably delete it anyway. So, but just kind of giving out that caveat. Alright, so until next time, take care of yourself, keep the faith, hang in there, treat people with respect and kindness, and let's just try to be the best people we can be. Take care.